for the price of one today on Video Holocaust as we look at two movies in one video. And today we take a break from the Hong Kong movies and instead head stateside with China or Brien 1 and 2. Both films star American martial arts champion and cutie pie Cynthia Rothrock and come to us from the good people who produced and directed Enter the Dragon. But personally, I'm much more interested in why they hired body doubles to pose as Cynthia Rothrock on both covers. Enough about that, let's check out the movies. The film opens with Cynthia Rothrock playing tough city cop Laurie China O'Brien. Here, challenged to prove that her martial arts skills can be used on the street, she arrives at the designated area and shows off some of her techniques.
China, this fight's for real. These aren't Termites guys.
Oh shit.
Unfortunately, these aren't the sparring partners they were promised, and instead turn out to be real gang members. So China and her pals have to put their skills to good use in order to get out of this one in one piece. Luckily these guys prove to be a little competition, and China even gets to show off one of her signature moves, the scorpion kick.
Are you alright?
Seeing one of her friends in trouble, she shoots. Unfortunately, she discovers too late that the assailant was nothing more than a kid. This becomes one of the major plot points of the movie. From here, China hands in her badge, quits the force, and returns to her hometown in Nowheresville, USA, where she bumps into Richard Norton.
Matt!
No, resist!
Ballard, resisting an officer.
Those two would go on to be known as the Ginger Rogers and Fred Astaire of martial art movies. Anyway, in this scene, China, accompanying her sheriff father on what seemed to be a routine disturbance, where it turns out to be anything but. And we get to see in action for the first time, Keith Cooke. Now many of you won't recognise this guy, but I guarantee you will have seen him in a movie. He played Reptile in the first Mortal Kombat film. It seems that China's father has his hands full trying to keep law and order in this small town.
Hello?
But the powers that be
Matt, I have to run.
want him out of the
I'll call you
way.
later, okay?
Something wrong?
Matt, please, let me call you back after.
And you want your toast? Extra crispy or blown to smithereens? With her father slain, she decides to run for his job as sheriff, where she has the support of the entire town. And Richard Norton. And having won the election by a landslide victory, the three arse-kicking amigos decide to take out Mr. Big.
I'm gonna let them know that we have a search warrant first.
But first, they decide to play it by the book and let them know they have a warrant.
I have a warrant to search these premises.
But when this fails to have the desired effect, they resort to Plan B. Some good old-fashioned extreme violence. And then we get to see Cynthia Rothrock, Richard Norton, and the gang doing what they do best. Kicking the heads in of all and sundry. This was Keith Cooke's film debut. How this guy didn't go on to become an absolute superstar, I would never know. Oh, here's something interesting. Here's Richard Norton fighting the film's fight choreographer, Toshihiro Obata. although you probably know him better as Tatsu from the Ninja Turtles movies. He would appear again with Norton in a film called Sword of Bushido. You have to love the cartoony sound effects they used in this movie.
It's all straight again, Dad.
With the villains of the movie now either dead or behind bars nursing some serious injuries, our heroic trio look over their
What
accomplishments
do you plan on doing?
I don't know.
in what would unfortunately be for many of them
I could
their
use a good
finest
man like
moments on film.
Me, a lawman? Sure, why not? Let's all go discuss it over a beer.
Now, contrary to popular belief, this wasn't Cynthia Rothrock's first movie. She'd been working for nearly 5 years in Hong Kong cinema before making this movie. But is it any good? Well, let me put it bluntly. This is one of the best American martial art movies you'll ever see. It's got fantastic supporting cast with Richard Norton and Cooke, wonderful direction by Enter the Dragon's Robert Klaus, and the fight sequences are some of the best you'll see in an American movie. So overall, I say China or Brien, 5 stars. Fantastic movie. Well, they say lightning never strikes twice. So can the magic of the first movie be recaptured in the second? Let's find out. I miss the old Golden Harvest logo. So China O'Brien 2, made less than a year after the first one. Although judging by the amount of people returning from the first movie in different roles, it's quite possible that these two films were made back to back. And here we see our main villain busting out of jail. And taking out the cops, hot on his trail. This guy's name is Baskin. Now he's out for revenge. Yes, the people have put him away, but probably more importantly, one of his former associates, who not only turned rat and got him put away, but stole $5 million from him.
One quick question, please, sir. Sir, come on, give us a break.
Just a car.
Did you meet with the mayor to discuss it?
What follows is a series of assassinations. Assassinating prosecutors, the judge, and many of the cops involved in putting him behind bars.
Yeah?
Robert Isaac Detective Agency?
Yeah?
Mr. Isaac?
That's me. How can I help you, Miss...
You come very highly recommended by some friends of mine. Happy birthday.
Oh, disgusting. No, no, no. If I see any more of this, may God strike me blind. Oh, fuck it. I think I'll risk one eye. Cynthia Rothrock also returns in her most famous role, as does a lot of footage that looks like it was left on the cutting room floor from the first movie. Yep, that scene was in the first movie. Still waste not, want not, I suppose. When they finally track down the man with the millions, just so happens that his girlfriend is a good friend to a certain female sheriff. Who neither she nor her friends take kindly when they try and kidnap Frank. Here's Cynthia showing off her skills with a bow staff, her trademark weapon. Richard Norton also gets involved, showing off some of his jiu-jitsu skills. But as in the first movie, the man who steals the show is Keith Cooke. Damn, this guy's good. How did he go from this to Beverly Hills Ninja? If you're watching this, Keith, fire your agent, man. With that said, Cynthia Rothrock's later films weren't always all that. Shit, crap, laughable. Are you having a fucking laugh? The bad guys, beaten and bruised, decide to make a getaway. But they haven't given up on the 5 million.
See you, Frank.
So they kidnap Frank's wife, daughter, and her boyfriend, who just happens to be Keith Cooke. But he's not as stupid as he looks, taking some precautions, and putting a bomb in with the money. However, he's got some help. Not wanting to tip off Baskin's gang, Rothrock and Norton decide to take him out by themselves. The fight sequences in this movie are again choreographed by Toshihiro Obata, who again also appears in this movie as a villain. Doing away with most of the thugs, they make their getaway, rescuing the hostages and the 5 million. But he's come too far to give up now, as Baskin. He decides it's all or nothing and will lay siege to the entire town.
I'm gonna personally kill that bitch.
With Baskin and his boys essentially turning this film now into Die Hard in a city, our triumvirate of heroes face their most dangerous task: just staying alive. But it seems that some of the townsfolk aren't as helpless as some of these goons might think. Awesome. Double awesome. Do I really need to say anything about this guy? Really, do I? No, that's not Freddy Krueger. He's one of the most renowned martial artists in the business, and weapons master. Yep, it's our friend from the first movie, Toshihiro Obata. At least I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. I really wish I saw this guy in more movies. He's been in a few. Mostly as the villain. That's largely down to his looks.
It's Billy Blanks! Khan versus Brien! King of the Kickboxers round 2!
Oh, this is gonna be the greatest fight scene in the world ever. King of Kickboxers is one of my all-time favourite movies. See these two together. This is the B-movie, martial arts B-movie equivalent of Robert De Niro and Al Pacino. I don't know about you, but I've already got a semi. Oh, come on, Billy, fight back. Go on, Billy. Go on, Billy. Oh, come on. Oh, what? No. Oh. I've been this disappointed since Ghostbusters 2. I think that's enough of this movie. China O'Brien 2 is an excellent movie and worthy sequel to the original. There was talk of a China O'Brien 3. I remember reading about it in magazines in 1995 and 96. However, director Robert Clausen's untimely death in 1997 ended any hopes of a China O'Brien trilogy.
As much as I love both China O'Brien movies, it's important to remember that both these are B movies and need to be judged as such. However, you can look past that fact. I guarantee it, you'll enjoy these two fight-packed action movies starring three of the best martial arts actors in the business. My name's Gray. This is Video Holocaust. You've just watched my China O'Brien 1 and 2 review. Thanks for watching. I'll have some more videos up very soon.